65 days later, we will try again and find the same thing has happened. Each time the goal is reached, it's become not so fun. And we're off to reach the next one, and the next one, and the next. That doesn't mean the goals we have don't count. They do, most because they cost us to go through a process, and it's the process that makes us wise, happy, or whatever. If we do things in the wrong sort of way, it makes us miserable, angry, confused, and things like that. The goal has to be right for us, and it has to be beneficial in order to ensure a beneficial process. But aside from that, it is really the process that's important. Enjoyment of the process is a secret that erases the myths of the great reward in saving time. Perhaps this perhaps this can help to explain the everyday significance of the word how, the way. What can we call the moment before we begin to eat the honey? Something some would call it anticipation, but we think it's much more than that. We would call it awareness. It is when we become happy and realize it, if for only an instant. By enjoying the process, we can stretch that awareness out, that it's not so longer only a moment, but it covers the whole thing. Then we can have lots of fun, just like Pooh. And then he thought he was being And then he thought that being with Chris or Robin was a very good thing to do, and having Piglet near was a very friendly thing to have. And so he went out and he said, "Well, I like the best in the whole world is me and Piglet going to see you." And you saying, "What about a little something?" And me saying, "Well, I shouldn't mind a little something, should you, Piglet?" And it being sort of a hummy sort of day outside and birds singing. When we take time to enjoy our surroundings and appreciate things being alive, we find that we have no more time to be a bitty Baxon. But that's alright, because being a bitty Baxon is a tremendous waste of time. As a great poet wrote, the clouds above us join and separate. The breeze in the courtyard leaves and returns. Life is like that, so now relax. Who can stop us from celebrating? We're discovering the Ode to Joy, the core finale of the Beethoven's Night Symphony. It's one of my favorites, said Pooh. Same here, I said. My favorite part is where they go, say ho for a life of a bear. But, say ho for the life of bear, say ho for Poe. But they don't. Sing Poe for the life of bear. My favorite part, he added. But they don't sing say ho for the life of bear and ode to joy. I said, they don't? No, they don't. Why not? Because they hadn't thought of it, I guess. They what? Neither Ludwig von Beethoven nor the main man who wrote the words ode to joy put any thought about in bears. Ah, I thought must have been thinking of Beethoven. Who, there is no Ludwig Beethoven. You wrote that song yourself. I did? That's right. Oh, so that's where I heard it, he replied. But anyway, what brings us to what we're going to discuss here. Enjoying life and being special. Everyone is special, you know. It's hard to be brave, said Piglet, sniffing lightly, when you're only a very small animal. Rabbit, who began to write busily, looked up and said, "It is because you're a very small animal that you will be useful in the adventure before us." Piglet was excited at the idea of being useful that he forgot to be frightened anymore. And Rabbit went on to say that congas were only fierce during the winter months, and beginning at other times of affectionate disposition. He could hardly sit still, he was so eager to be useful at once. "What about me?" said Pooh sadly. "I suppose I shan't be useful." "Never mind, Pooh," said Piglet comfortably. "Another time, perhaps." "Without Pooh," said Rabbit solemnly as he sharpened his pencil, "the adventure would be impossible." "Oh," said Piglet, trying not to look too disappointed. But Pooh went to the corner room and, and said proudly to himself, "Impossible without me, that sort of bear." No matter how useful we may be, sometimes it takes us longer to recognize our own value. This can be illustrated by the Chinese story of the stonecutter. There once was a stonecutter who was satisfied with himself and with the position in life. One day he passed a wealthy merchant man's house, and through the opening gate he saw many fine possessions and important visitors. How powerful the merchant must be, thought the stonecutter. He became very envious and wished that he could be like the merchant. Then he would have no longer live as life as a mere stonecutter. To his great surprise, he suddenly became the merchant, enjoying more luxuries and power than he ever dreamed of, envying to taste by those less wealthy than himself. But soon a high official passed by, carried in a satin chair, accompanied by attendants and escorted by soldiers. Everyone, no matter how wealthy, had to bow low before the possessions. How powerful they thought he is, he thought. I wish I could be that high official. Then he became that high official. Everyone carried everywhere in his embroidered satin chair, feared and hated by people all around, who had to bow before him as he passed. It was a hot summer day, and the official felt very uncomfortable in the sticky satin chair. He looked up on the sun and the stone proudly in the sky, unaffected by his presence. How powerful the sun is, he thought. I wish I could be that sun. Then he became the sun, shining fiercely down on everyone, scorching the fields and cursing the farmers and laborers. But a huge black cloud moved in between him and the earth, so that his light could no longer shine at anything below. How powerful that storm cloud he throat! I wish I could be that cloud. Then he became that cloud, flooding the fields and villages, shouted at everyone. But soon he found that he was being pushed away by some great force, and he realized it's the wind. How powerful, he thought. I wish I could be that wind. Then he became that wind, blowing towers off the roof, uprooting trees, and hate and fear all below him. But after a while, he ran up against something that would move no more. No matter how forcefully he blew against it, a huge tower of stone. How powerful that stone is, he thought. I wish I could be that stone. Then he became that stone, more powerful than anything else on earth. But he just stood there, and he heard the sound of a hammer pounding a chisel against into the solid rock, and he felt himself begin to change. What could be more powerful than I? The stone, he thought. He looked down before him and saw the figure of the stonecutter. Ah, here's the mail. Oh, look, something for you, Pooh. For me, said Pooh. For Mr. Pooh Bear. Mr. Pooh Bear. That's what it says. Mr. Pooh Bear. Pooh in an awe sort of voice. What's it say? He said, climbing onto the writing table, looking over his shoulder. Announcing our third annual shoe sale. All styles and all shoes. Pooh, you don't need this. What does it say at the bottom? Said Pooh. Free coffee. One more reason to stay away. Let me examine this more carefully, said Pooh, looking over the window. In order to take control of our life and accomplish something of lasting value, sooner or later we need to learn to believe. We don't need to. We don't need. We don't need to shift our responsibilities onto the shoulders of something, some spiritual Superman, or sit around and wait for fate to come knocking at our door. We simply need to believe in the power that's within us and use it. When we do and stop imitating others and competing against them, things begin to work for us. Let's take a couple of examples. In 1927, a 32-year-old man stood at the edge of a lake in Chicago Lincoln Park, planning to drop beneath the deep waters and drown. His daughter has died, his company has gone bankrupt, his reputation ruined, and he was becoming an alcoholic. Looking onto the lake, he asked himself what one small man in his position could do. An answer came to him. He was now free to take risks and to initiate action in his own, and by doing so, to help others. He returned home and committed himself to the work that he believed the universe wanted him to do, instead of being what he was taught to do. He watched the laws of the natural world, altered his own living patterns accordingly, and eventually changed his life completely. These laws were to inspire and support him in his greatest achievements. But without his believing and taking a chance, his contributions to humanity would never have been made, and no one would have and no one would and no one and no one would have come to respect the name of Buckmaster Fuller. In 1854, a boy was withdrawn from school in Port Hudson, Michigan, for causing trouble. He had been there for 3 months. That was to be the only formal education in his life. He had waited as a laboratory assistant, dropped in when he blew up the laboratory. His employer picked him up and threw him into the dust, saying that he would never amount to anything. But he had a plan, and he wasn't going to let a little problem or two stop him. He wanted to learn the mechanical applications of the natural law. Leave it alone, Patch. He eventually became the foremost inventor in American history, with over 1,300 domesticated and foreign patents registered in his name, a name synonymous with problem-solving genius, the name Thomas Edison. And the plaid-say pessimists of the world never accomplish much of anything, because they don't look clearly and objectively at the situations. They don't recognize or believe their own abilities, and they won't stretch those abilities to overcome even the smallest of risks. For example, when Rue fell into the stream during the famous expedition to the North Pole, what did dismissal Eeyore do about it? Long after Rue had been carried away by the current, Eeyore half-heartedly hung his tail over the water so that Rue could grab hold of it and pull himself out, or more accurately, so, so that Eeyore would get credit for having tried something. Of course, he didn't really expect to do any good, and of course, it didn't. Who was going to rescue Rue? Panically Piglet, who jumped up and down making noises. Inefficient Owl was instructing Rue to keep his head above water. Mr. Kaga was asking if he was alright. Captain Rat was calling out commands, but Positive Pooh was the only one looking at the situation, seeing what he could do about, and trying it. 2 poles below Rue was sitting a long pole in his paws. Conga came up and took the end of it. and between them they held it crossed a little apart. And Maria was still babbling proudly. "Look at me, swimming!" Drifted up against it and climbed out. "Do you see me swimming?" squeaked Rude excitedly, while Conga swallowed him, rubbing him down. "Pooh, did you see me swimming?" "That's called swimming. That's what I was doing." "Rabbit, did you see what I was doing?" "Swimming." "Piglet, I say, Piglet, what do you think I was doing?" "Swimming." "Christopher Robin, did you see me?" But Christopher Robin wasn't listening. He was looking at Pooh. "Pooh," he said, "where'd you find that pole?" Pooh looked at the pole in his hands. "I just found it," he said. "I thought it ought to be useful, and I picked it up." "Pooh," said Chris Roaming solemnly, "the expedition is over. You found the North Pole." As Pooh found out, yourself. As Pooh found out the North Pole once, found out with the North Pole, once we see this, what the situation is and what we can do about it, we need to utilize everything we find along the way to accomplish whatever it is required. More often than not, the thing we need, the thing we need are already there. Excuse me. All we have to do is make up for the use of them. For example, when Piglet was trapped by the flood. "It's a little anxious," he said to himself, "to be a very small animal, entirely surrounded by water. Christopher Robin's Pooh could escape by climbing trees, and Conga could escape by jumping up, and Rabbit could escape by burrowing, and Owl could escape by flower, and Ear could escape by making loud noises until rescued. And here I am, surrounded by water, and I can't do anything." And then suddenly, he remembered a story where Christopher Robin told him about a man on a desert island who had burnt something in a bottle and threw it in the sea, and Peggle thought that if he put something in the bottle and threw it in the water, perhaps somebody would come and rescue him. So he did. And when Piglet's bottle came flitting past him, Pooh got the message. But then he'd go to see Christopher Robin's in order to find out what it said. So he opened the big cork jar and jumped into the water and jumped in after it. And then, after a little experiment with his boat, he floated off to Christopher Robin's house, where the message was read and a rescue planned. Then, the two of them realized that they needed a large boat, so Pooh got an idea. In an exciting rescue, Piglet was saved by none other than the famous Pooh Bear, discoverer of the North Pole. "Say, Owl, have you seen Pooh lately?" I rather thought I saw them. I rather thought I saw him putting something into the closet a little while ago," Owl replied. "I wasn't paying much attention to the matter." "The closet? Well, I'll just take a look. What is it?" said Owl. "Owl, what are those boxes doing here?" "Boxes," said Owl. "Oh, they're boxes of shoes." "Shoes," said Owl. "Look at this. Loafer, 8.5. Sandals, 10B. Oxfords, 12.5. All styles, all sizes," said Owl. "Owl, I'm not quite sure, but I suspect something." "It would appear that Pooh is a culprit," said Owl wisely. "When you see him, tell him I want to talk to him about this. Will you, Owl?" "Absolutely." The two fearless rescuers just mentioned bringing us to one of the most important terms in Taoism, Tuzu, which is translated as caring or compassion. It was based upon the character from Heart. In, in the 67 chapters of Tao Te Ching, Lao Tao named it as his first treasure, and then wrote, "From caring comes courage." We might add that from it also comes wisdom. It's rather significant. We think that those who have no compassion have no wisdom. Knowledge, yes. Avarice, maybe. Wisdom, no. A clever mind is not a heart. Knowledge does not really care. Wisdom does. We also can consider a significance of the cur. The Latin word for heart is the base of the word courage. Piglet put it this way: "She isn't clever, Conga isn't, but she would be so anxious about Rue that she would do a good thing to do without thinking about it." Zoo not only saved Rue, discovered the North Pole, and rescued Piglet, it also gave Piglet the courage to go get help for Pooh and Owl when Owl's house blew over. Now, Piglet, as we know, is a very small animal, and not exactly the bravest one of that. But when Owl's house fell down, Piglet discovered he had much more courage than he thought he had. "Hello, Owl," said Pooh. "I hope we're not too late. I mean, how are you, Owl? Piglet and I just came to see how you were because it's Thursday." "Sit down, Pooh. Sit down, Piglet," said Owl. "Make yourself comfortable." They thanked him, and they made themselves as comfortable as they could. "Because you see, Owl," said Pooh, "we've been hurrying so as to see you in time as to see you before we went away again." Owl nodded solemnly. "Correct me if I'm wrong," he said, "but if I'm right to say it was a very blasphemous day outside?" "Yes," said Piglet. It was quite thawing his ears, wishing that he was safely back in his own house. "I thought so," said Owl. "It was just on such a blasphemous day that my Uncle Robert, a poor trait, whom you might see on the wall to your right, Piglet, was returning late forenoon. From my what's that? There was a loud cracking noise. Look out, said Piglet. Mind the clock. Out of the way, Piglet, Piglet, I'm falling on you. Help, cried Piglet. Who? Said Piglet nervously. Yes, said one of the chairs. Where are we? I'm not quite sure, said the chair. Are we in Owl's house? I think so, because we're not going to have tea, because we're just going to have tea and we hadn't had it. Oh, said Piglet. Well, did Owl always have a letterbox in the ceiling? But then after the chair was pulled off of Pooh, and he'd taken a look around, he came up with a plan. Owl would fly up to the letterbox with a piece of string, and push the string through the wire in the basket and fly down again. Then Piglet would hold on to each end of the string, while Pooh and Owl pulled on the other end. And there Piglet is, Owl, if the string doesn't break. Suppose it does, said Piglet, wanting to know. Then we'll have to try another piece. This was not very comforting to Piglet, because however many pieces of string they tried to pull with him up, it always was the same thing coming down, but still, it seemed like the only thing to do. So with one last look back in his mind, after all the happy hours spent in the forest, not being pulled up the ceiling by a piece of string, Piglet nodded very briefly at Pooh, and then he said it was a very clever clever pup plan. And at least, he squeezed and he squeezed, and with one last squeeze, he was out. Happy and excited, he turned around to squeeze the last message to the prisoner. It's all right, he called through the letterbox. The tree is blown over, Owl, and there's a branch across the door, but Crispy Robin and I can move it, and we'll bring him up for Pooh, and I'll go and tell him now, and I can climb down quite easily. I mean, it's dangerous, but I can do it all right, and Crispy Robin and I will be back in half an hour. Goodbye, Pooh, and without waiting to hear Pooh's answer, goodbye, thank you, Piglet. He was off. Half an hour to Owl, settling himself comfortably. That'll just give me time to finish off the story I was telling you about my Uncle Rabbit. A portrait for you to see underneath you. Now let me see, where was it? Oh yes. It's a blasphemous day, was before my Uncle Robert. Owl said you wanted to see me, said Pooh. Oh, alright, Pooh. Find a box of shoes in the closet. I couldn't help myself, said Pooh. How's that? Well, first, there's a card from Mr. Pooh Bear. And when I got to the store just for a look, yes, the salesman was so nice to me. May I help you, sir, he said. It made me feel important. Pooh, you don't need these shoes, I said. I'll take them back, said Pooh. That's better. Lots of other people will be taking things back too, I suppose. What? I saw a lot of people buying these that they didn't really need all over the store. Quite likely, I said. I wasn't the only one, he said. Of course not, Pooh. A lot of people try to buy happiness and importance in some sort of way, but you can be happy and important without doing that, you know. So can they, said Pooh. Well, yes, that's true. So can anyone. Despite what Eeyore once said, when it comes to enjoying life and making us of who we are, all of us can. It's just that some don't. Sitting consumed by the warden pole all these years, a wise observer wrote, the mass of man led lives of desperation. The desperation may be quiet then, we suppose, and now the deafening. But we don't have to be part of it. We can stop our desperate clinging to the hollow of life substitute and set ourselves free. When we make the first move, the process begins, and in the process of the Tilly Prom principle, which can be sung by Pooh, the more it snows, the more it goes, the more it goes on snowing. It's sometimes referred as a snowball effect, which reminds you of the time you pushed a little ball along and it got bigger and bigger until it got so big you couldn't stop it. And it rolled down the hill, flattening the neighbor's car, and soon everyone was talking about the huge snowball that you lit completely out of control. And then we may by and then be why we prefer to be the Titty Prom principle instead. Now the principle can work negatively or positively. It can promote cynicism as easily as it can encourage hope. It can build hardened criminals or courageous heroes, stupid vandals or brilliant creators. The most important thing is to make it work for yourself and not benefit others or face the ugly consequences. When working with the principle, you can use respect to build respect. The more it moves, the more it goes. Tapu hummed to him all the several years, and Piglet said nothing, but just stood and glowed. Never before has anyone sung ho for Piglet, ho all by himself. When it was over, he wanted to ask for one of the verses again, but didn't like to. In the beginning of the verse, oh gotten the Piglet, and it seemed to himself a very thoughtful way to begin a piece of poetry. Did I really need to do all that? He said at last. Well, said Pooh, in poetry, in a piece of poetry, well, you did, Piglet, because the poetry said you did. And that's how people know. Oh, said Piglet, because I thought I did bleach it a little bit, just at first. And as I said, did he bleach it? No, no, that's why. He only bleached inside, said Pooh. And that's the biggest way for a very small animal not to bleach that there is. Piglet sighed with happiness, began to think of himself. He was very brave. So later that afternoon, uninformed Eeyore discovered a new house for Owl to move into, and it turned out to be Piglet's. Just the house for Owl, don't you think, said Piglet? And then Piglet did the notable thing. He did it in a sort of a dream when he was thinking about all the wonderful words Pooh hummed about. Yes, it's just the house for Owl, he said grandly, and I hope he'll be very happy in it. And then he gulped twice, because he'd been very happy in himself. What do you think, Christopher Robins? Asked Eeyore, a little anxious, feeling that something wasn't quite right. Christopher was the first had to question to ask first. He'd been wondering all about. Well, he said at last, it's a very nice house, and if your own house is blown down, you must go somewhere else, mustn't you, Piglet? What would you do if your house was blown down? But before Piglet would think, Pooh would answer for him. He'd come live with me, said Pooh. Wouldn't you, Piglet? Piglet spins his paws. Thank you, Pooh, he said. I'd love to. Do you really want to be happy? You can begin by being appreciative of who you are and what you've got. Do you really want to be miserable? You can't by being disconnected. As Latisse wrote, a tree is as big around as you can reach starts with a small seed. A 1,000-mile journey starts with one step. Wisdom, happiness, and courage are not waiting somewhere out beyond sight at the great end of a straight line. They are part of a continuous cycle that begins right here. They are not only the ending, but the beginning as well. The more it snows, the more it goes. The more it goes on snowing. Zhang Ti described it in this way. It is widely recognized that the courageous spirit of a single man can inspire to victory an army of thousands. If only concerned with ordinary gains can create such an effort, how much more will be produced by one who cares for greater? A toast to the gallant Piglet and the fearless Poe. When they all had nearly eaten enough, Christopher Robin banged on the table with a spoon, and everyone stopped talking and was very silent, except Rue, who had just finished a loud attack of hiccups and was trying to look as if it was one of the rabbit's relations. This party, said Christopher Robins, is a party because of what someone did, and we all know who it was, and it was his party. Because of what he did, and I got a present for him. Here it is. Then he thought a little and whispered, "Where is it?" While he was looking, Eeyore coughed in an impressive way and began to speak. "Friends," he said, including oddments, "it is a great pleasure, or perhaps I might say, it has been a pleasure so far, to see at my party. What I did was nothing. Any of you except Rabbit, Owl, and Congo would have done the same for me. Oh, and Pooh. My remarks do not, of course, apply to Piglet and Roo because they're too small. Any of you would have done the same, but it just happened to be me. It was not. I can hardly say with any of the idea of what Christopher Robinson is looking for now. He put his front leg in his mouth, and then in a loud whisper, "Try underneath the table." That's what I did. I did, but because I feel like that's what we all should do, what we can do help. I feel that we should all. Yes, yes. Well, anyway, here it is, said Christopher Robin excitedly. Pass it down for silly old Pooh. It's for Pooh. For Pooh, said Eeyore. Of course it's for Pooh, because he's that sort of bear. Just what makes Pooh so special anyway, said Eeyore. Well, Eeyore, if you read the next chapter you may find out, I said. If we must, said Eeyore. Where are we going? Said Pooh, hurrying after him, and wondering whether if it was an export or what shall I do about you know what. Nowhere, said Christopher Robins. So they began going slowly, and after they had walked away, Christopher Robins said, what do you like doing best in the world, Pooh? I like And of course, what Pooh liked doing best was going to Christopher Robin's house and eating, but since we already quoted that, you don't need to quote it again. I like that too, said Christopher Robins. But what I like doing best is nothing. How do you do nothing? Said Pooh, after he wondered for a long time. Well, it's just when people call out at you just as you're going off to do it. What are you going to do, Christopher Robins? And you say, "Oh, nothing," and then you go do it. Oh, I see, said Pooh. This is the sort of thing that we're going to do. Oh, I see, said Pooh again. It means just going along listening to all the things you can hear and not bothering. John Keyes described it this way. Consciousness wandered north to the land of the dark waters and climbed the unnoticeable slope. When he met speechless non-doers. I have 3 questions for you, Consciousness said. First, what thoughts and efforts will lead us to understanding Tao? Second, where must we go and what must we do to find peace in Tao? Third, what point must we start and which road must we follow in order to reach Tao? Speechless non-doers gave her no answer.
Yes.
Consciousness traveled south to land the bright ocean and climbed the mountain of certainty, where he saw the impulsive speechmaker. He asked him the same question. Here are the answers, the impulsive speechmaker replied. But as soon as he started to speak, he became confused and forgot what he was talking about. consciousness returned to the palace and asked the Yellow Emperor and who told him. To have no thought, to have no thought and put no forth effort is the first step towards understanding the Tao. To go nowhere and do nothing is the first step towards finding peace in Tao. To start from no point and follow a road is the first step in reaching Tao. When what Shanti's, Christopher Robbins, and Pooh are describing is the great secrets. The key that unlocks the door of wisdom, happiness, and truth. What in the magical mystery something? Nothing. To Taoists, nothing is special. And something, at least that sort of thing, that might be considered to be important, is really nothing at all. Our explain our explanation of this will attempt to give some sort of indication of what Taoists call Talahas, the great nothing. We will begin with the illustration from the writings of Changti's. On his way back from the mountains, the Yellow Emperor lost the
Excuse
Dark
me.
Pearl of Tao. He sent knowledge for it.
Can we
Knowledge
take
was.
a reading break? I have a question.
Oh, hello.
What happened?
This is the Tao of Po. It's a book about Taoism that uses a story of
Yeah,
Pooh Bear to
but
explain it.
why is like Mochi having a mental breakdown in VC chat? What happened?
She did? Oh yeah, no.
Wait, where?
In VC chat, you scroll up.
There was just a bit of confusion and people got overwhelmed. That's all.
Oh, fair enough.
Hmm?
So how is everyone? Got like 10 more minutes.
Good.
That's also Mochi just being a fucking clown.
That's not nice.
I suppose so. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't here for it, so I don't really know what was going on. But
We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
You want attention, don't you, Patch? I'm sorry. You have been neglected for quite some time.
right. Reading break over. We can read again.
I
Wanted to know
don't
what
know
happened.
how we got started with reading, but alright. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. What's its magic? Mystery something. Nothing. To Taoists, nothing is special. And something, at the least, the sort of thing that many consider to be important, is really nothing at all. Our explanation of this will attempt to give some sort of indication of what the Taoists call Talithes, the great nothing. With what we begin with illustration from the writing of Shangti's. On his way back, the Yellow Emperor lost the Dark Pearl of Tao. He sent knowledge to find it, but knowledge was unable to understand it. He sent distant vision, but distant vision was unable to see it. He sent eloquence, but eloquence was unable to describe it. He finally sent the empty mind, and the empty mind came back with the pearl. When Eeyore lost his tail, who found it for him? Clever Rabbit? No, he's too busy doing clever things. Scarlet Owl? No, he didn't recognize it when he saw it. Know-it-all Eeyore? No, he didn't even realize it was missing until Pooh told him. And even then, it took him a whole while to convince him that the tail was not there. Then Pooh went off to find it. First, he stopped at Owl's house, and then Owl told him 25,000 moments words or more that the thing to do would be to issue an award, which would involve writing out a notice and putting it all over. Oh yes, where were we? All over the forest, and then outside. And Pooh looked at the knocker and noticed below it a bell rope and noticed he looked at the bell rope and noticed below it that the more he looked at the bell rope, the more he felt he'd seen it somewhere else, sometime before. Handsome bell rope, isn't it? Said Owl. Pooh nodded. It reminds me of something, he said, but I can't think of what. Where'd you get it from? I came across it in the forest. It was hanging over some bush, and I thought at first somebody lived there, so I rang it and nothing happened. Then I rang again very loudly, and it came off my hand, and nobody seemed to want it. I took it home, and Anyway, so Pooh returned his tail to Eeyore, and after having it back in place, Eeyore felt much better. For a while anyway. An empty sort of mind is valuable for finding pearls and tails and things that can be seen what's in front of. The overstuffed mind is unable to. While the clear mind listens to the birds singing, the stuffed full of knowledge and cleverness mind wonders what kind of bird is singing. The more stuffed it is, the less it can hear through its own ears and see through its own eyes. Knowledge and cleverness tend to concern themselves with the wrong sort of things, and their minds confused by knowledge, cleverness, and abstract ideas tend to go off chasing after things that don't matter, or things that never exist, instead of seeing, appreciating, and making what use is in front of it. Let's consider emptiness in general for a moment. What about a Taoist landscaping painting that seems so refreshing to so many different kinds of people? The emptiness of the space, not filled.
I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna
What
listen
is
now.
Good luck.
okay?
Well, it works.
Good job at work. Let's see. Emptiness. Blah blah blah. The emptiness of space was not filled. What about fresh snow, clean air, and pure water, or good music taste? As Claude Debus expressed, music is the space in between the notes. Like silence after noise, or cool, clear water, or on a hot, stuffy day, emptiness cleans out the mess mind and charges up the batteries of spiritual energy. Many people are afraid of emptiness. However, because it reminds them of loneliness, everything has to be filled in. It seems appointment books, hillsides, vacation lots, but when all the spaces are filled, the loneliness really begins. Then there gives joy, the class are signed up for, and the gift to yourself items are bought. When the loneliness starts creeping at the door, the television set is turned on to make it go away. But it doesn't go away. So many of us do instead, and after discarding the emptiness of the big constant mess, we are left with the fullness of nothing. Once one of our favorite examples of this value of the nothing is the incident in the life of the Japanese Emperor Hitler. Nothing being now being emperor, it is one of the more the most
Did
fanatic.
you say Hitler or Hideo?
Here, hold on. It did not say
I-
Hitler. This is
Hitler.
not. It's
Yeah,
not
I
Hitler.
heard Hitler. And I was like, huh?
Dumb.
This is not
Like,
Hitler.
it's like I don't think he was a Japanese emperor,
Hirohito.
but
Hirohito.
Hirohito, yeah,
Hirohito. Hirohito.
yeah.
Countries and the world is not necessarily all relaxing. From early morning until late night, practically every minute of the Emperor's time is filled with meetings, audience, tours, inspection, and who knows what. But through a day so tightly scheduled that is, would make a stone wall seem open in comparison. The Emperor must guide like a great ship sailing in a steady breeze. In the middle of the particularly busy day, the Emperor was driven to a meeting hall for an appointment of some kind. But when he arrived, there was no one there. The Emperor walked into the middle of the great hall, stood silently for a moment, and then bowed to empty space. He turned to his assistants, a large smile on his face. We must schedule more appointments like this, he told them. I haven't enjoyed myself in such a long time. In the 40th chapter of Tao Te Ching, Lao Tao's wrote, and to attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. Chao Ti described the principle in his own humorous way. I'm learning, Ling Ting said. How? Said the master. I forgot the rules of righteousness and the levels of benevolence, he replied. Good. But could be better, the master said. After a few days, the student remarked, I'm making progress. How? The master asked. I forgot the rituals and the music, he answered. Better, but not perfect, the master said. Sometime later, the student told the master, Now I sit down and forget everything. The master looked up and startled. What do you mean you forgot everything? He quickly asked. I forgot my body and senses and leave all appearances and information behind, answered the student. In the middle of nothing, I join the source of all things. The master bowed. You have transcended the limitations of time and knowledge. I am afar and behind you. You found the way. Gathering, analyzing, sorting into the sort of formation, these functions and more, the mind can perform so automatically, skillfully, and effortlessly that it makes the most sophisticated computer look like a plastic toy in comparison, but it can do infinitely more. To use the mind as it's all too commonly used on kinds of thing that usually used to is ineffective and inappropriate as using a magic sword to open up a can of beans. The power of the clear mind is beyond description, but it can be attained by anyone who can appreciate and utilize the value of nothing. Let's say you get an idea, or as Pooh would more accurately say, it gets you. Where did it come from? From the something which came from that something. If you're unable to trace all the way back to its source, you discover that it came from nothing, and chances are the great idea more directly came from a stroke of genius, completely unheard of, a revolutionary new approach. Practically everyone has gotten some sort of idea like that sometime. Most likely after sound sleep, when everything was cleared and full of nothing, that an idea suddenly appeared. But you don't have to fall asleep for a few hours for that to happen. We can be awake, instead, completely awake. The process is very natural. It starts when we are children, helpless but aware of things. Enjoying things around us. Then we reach adolescence, still helpless but trying to at least appear independent. When we outgrow that stage, we become adults, self-sufficient individuals, able and mature enough to help others as we learn to help ourselves. The adult is on the highest stage of development. The end of that cycle is that of the independent, clear-minded, all-seeing child. That is the level known as wisdom. When the child, when when the Tao Te Ching and other wise books say things like return to the beginning, become a child again, that's what it's referring to. Why do the enlightened seem filled with light and happiness like children? Why do they even look and talk like children? Because they are. The wise are children who know. Their minds have been empty of all the countless minutes, somethings of small learnings, and filled with the wisdom of the great nothings, the way of the universe. They walked on, thinking of this and that, and by the end they came to an enchanted place at the very top of the forest called the Lapse, which 60-something trees in a circle. And Chris Robin knew that it was enchanted because nobody's ever been able to count whether it was 63 or 64. Not even when he tried a piece of string around each tree after he counted. Being enchanted, the forest was not like the floor of the forest. Gorse and bracken and heather, but close set grass, quiet and smooth and green. Sitting there, they could see the whole world spread until it reached the sky. And whenever they were up all the world was over them in the lapse. There's when Pooh came to an end in the enchanted place at the top of the forest. We can go any time. It's not that far away, not hard to find. Just take the path of nothing and go nowhere until you reach it. Because the enchanted place is right where you are. And if you're friendly with bears, you can find it. In the morning sunshine, in the evening twilight, a small bear travels through the forest. Why do we follow him when we were so much younger? He is, after all, only a bear with little brain. But is brain all that important? Is it really brain that takes us where we need to go? Or is it too often brain that sends us off in the wrong direction, following the echo of the wind in the treetops, which we think is real, rather than listen to the voice within us that tells us to turn on different types of way? A brain can do all kinds of things, but the things that it can do are not the most important things. Abstract cleverness of minds only separate the thinker from the world of reality. And that world, the forest of real life, is in a desperate condition now because too many who think too much and care too little. In spite of what many minds have thought themselves into believing, that mistakes cannot continue for much longer if everything is going to survive. The one chance we have to avoid certain disaster is to change our approach and to learn the value of wisdom and contentment. These are the things that we're being searched for, anyway, through knowledge and cleverness. But they do not come from knowledge and cleverness. They never have, and they never will. Excuse me. We can no longer afford to look so desperately hard for something in the wrong way, in the wrong place. If knowledge and cleverness are allowed to go on wrecking things, they will before much longer destroy all life on earth as we know, and what little may temporarily survive will not be worth looking at, even if it would somehow be possible thus far. The masters of life know the way. Were they listening to the voice within them, and the voice of wisdom and simplicity, the voice that reasons beyond cleverness and knows beyond knowledge? The voice that is not just power and property of the few, and has been given to everyone. Those who pay attention to it are too often treated as exceptions to a rule, rather than examples of a rule in operation. A rule that can apply to anyone that uses it. Within each of us, there is an owl, a rabbit, a Eeyore, and a Pooh. For too long, we've chosen the ways of the owl and the rabbit. Now, like Eeyore, we complain about the results, but the accomplishments, nothing. But that accomplished nothing. If we are smart, we'll choose the ways of Pooh. As it's far away, it calls to us the voice of a child's mind. It may be hard to hear at times, but it's important just the same, because without it, we'll never be able to find a way through the forest. That's it. That's all she wrote.
That's pretty good. I like that a lot.
that's the end of my book.
Philosophy is pretty neat, especially when it uses the lens of something familiar. That was really good.
Yeah, it was the book that the Godfather gave me. He gives me a lot of philosophy.
It's a good ass book.
There's actually a backward that's like 2 pages long that's left I can read, but that's it.
I want to hear the author's afterword about how cool drugs are.
Alright, well here's the backward. Well, what do you think, Pooh? I said. Think of what? Asked Pooh. The Tao of Pooh, I asked. The how of Pooh? Asked Pooh. Do we have to go through that again? I said. Go through what again? The Tao of Pooh, I said. What's the Tao of Pooh? You know, the uncarved block, the cotton's pie principle, the Pooh way, that sort of bear and all that. Oh, said Pooh. That's the towel poo, I said. Oh, said Pooh. How would you describe it, I asked. Well, this just came to me, he said. Alright then, now then. To know the way, we go the way, we do the way. The way we do, the things we do is all in front of you. But if you try too hard to see it, you only become confused. I am me and you are you. As you can see, but when you do the things you can do, you'll find the way and the way will follow you. That's what I think it is, he said. Perfect, I said. But you know, don't you? Know what? Said Pooh. It's the same thing. Oh, said Pooh. So it is. There you go. That's the backward.
It was pretty good. I heavily enjoyed that, and that was a vibe and a half.
If you want, I can like ship you the book and you can read it yourself.
You don't even need to ship it to me. Just a fucking. When I come over, we'll read it.
Okay, it's very easy to read, and there's also the tea of Piglet, which is like
Piglet makes a single cup of tea.
Piglet rapes
it's like double the size of the other one. So yeah, that was my book. There you go, Smidge.
Thank you.
I'm sure Smidge loved that reading.
Indeed.
I like
Wait,
messed
is
up a
Super
lot.
Dragon
I
Ball Heroes on
apologize.
PC?
Oh, Gwen, the tea of Piglet is a good deal of Taoist wisdom is revealed the characteristics and actions of Piglet. For better than impulsive Tigger or gloomy Eeyore or intellectual Owl or even lovable Poe, Piglet
Please no
demonstrates a
more.
very important principle.
You don't like it?
My brain is starting to melt.
I don't know. I've been to way too many philosophical speeches in college to, like, be bored of it. I like it now.
I love philosophy. I just don't do it often. Or often on the internet, I should say.
Oh, Zero.
What's up?
The new Need for Speed on, or my brother got it on the PS5.
I've heard it's alright.
Yeah, it's good
I
fun.
haven't finished a book in a minute,
does-
Patch.
It does remind me of the older Need for Speed games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'll
the
tell you what, though.
art style of the characters is kind of fucking horrible. Though.
I like it. It's like graffiti cell shading.
Oh, they look really bad. Like in motion, a lot of the characters don't look good. It's fun though. That's all that matters. What the fuck is this? Maurice in the Predator's nest.
I don't want to open up Epic.
Wait, is this literally just like Predator hunting grounds? Wait, is Maurice a fucking frog?
Dear, are you playing Apex?
No, I'm streaming Dark Souls right now.
I cannot tell. It's stuck on Apex.
Oh.
Like your previous. Not the actual stream.
I can play Apex in a bit with you. After
Oh, yeah,
this
is
run.
it is it on YouTube? Do I need to?
It's on YouTube as well. Yeah, feed me that algorithm, baby.
Yeah, anytime you're doing it, I'll feed you the algorithm. I love doing it.
I love algorithm points.
Oh, notifications. That's
Like-
what I did from Zero.
Can you fall on your back, please?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No, not you. The curse-rotted Greatwood. I really need this guy to fall on his back. Oh my god, not on your butt, you dummy. I need you to fall on your back so I can hit your elbow.
Fuck his elbow up. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Basically,
Yeah.
Gwen, the other book of Piglet goes into it more deeper than the book of Pooh did. God. I
Fall-
did all without taking a sip
Dude,
of
come on.
water. Holy shit.
You're insane.
God. Since I don't have water, I'm Diet Coke.
God, if she can do that, imagine what that throat can do.
Facts.
I am the original throat goat.
Yep.
Hey, yo.
Fist bump.
My brain is broken.
Why is your vein broken?
Because I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
I'm surprised actually, like, read it all. I genuinely didn't think I was gonna do it. I just kind of went with it. I commit to all the bits.
This dog is adorable. Oh my goodness.
Patch says thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, you better be talking about Patch. This is his server.
I'm gonna send you a picture
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw this.
Uh-huh. Is that what you want for Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smiley, what do you think about that?
I went to a public middle school. I've seen all these things before.
Oh, that was Seth talking earlier.
Yeah, I'm just
I didn't
looking
realize
at-
fake fan was Seth.
Yeah, no, Seth got renamed Fake Fan.
When he was talking earlier, I was like, who is that?
The only new addition to the server has been Snail.
Yes, the Australian man.
I'm gonna use the bathroom. Zero, whenever you're done with that run, I would like to play Apex, but
Yes.
unless you want to.
I will be doing it after this
Don't
run.
ask me, what the
Okay.
fuck?
I'm sorry, but Zero is my love.
That is true.
Wow, fair enough.
This is true. I'll be right back. I have to go pee.
Zero, do you want me to buy you a banana cleaner?
Oh, yeah, I know what that is from Amazon. Yeah. Yeah, cucumber washer? Yeah, it's really efficient. Stupid.
There's no...
You're dumb as hell, you know that?
Oh my god, that's so stupid. Does not destroy food nutrition.
Doesn't destroy food.
Good for the whole family. Yeah. How do you use this product, pray tell? 6 liters of water. Wow, that's Casey Cox reviewed this and said fruit.
Okay, that was funny. That was funny. Fruit.
Why is there an elevation? I looked for cucumber washer and it says the elevation pedestal raises your washer and dryer. Amazon, how?
That's sick.
Oh, there's the banana cleaner. Corn cleaner brush? Oh, don't use that. That does not look fun. What is your character's face?
Yellow.
I just see your character like point blank with a disfigured fucking head. Excuse me, was my brother looking for...
I don't know what causes him to like be scripted to run towards you at the beginning and know exactly where your position is and also just wander. There's two different things. His scripting and Sigurd's scripting are really weird. Oof.
Cocaine with me, but not like actual cocaine, it's just like powdered sugar. I just look like a fucking stupid.
You should have waited. Should I have? Seems to be going pretty well. I guess I should have waited. Thanks, Sigurd.
He gave you toast. He gave you toast.
Yeah. Ooh, you know, it'd be really fun, like a Sigurd questline speedrun. Sigurd's questline is fun. You gotta save him from the well, get his stuff back from Patches, and then use him to kill Yorm. Alright, you guys are being kind of fucking more frisky than I like you to be. Also, that was a horrible skull throw. At least it worked.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, good. Pat's out too, so he's happier.
Nice. Love you, by the way.
What?
I said I love you, by the way.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
dork.
Bryce Dallas Howard's ass is so big they had to Photoshop it down in the Jurassic World poster.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
It's the lady who played the orange-haired chick that had no character.
She's got a fucking dump
Oh.
truck.
Man, Mochi really went off. I don't even feel like creating an entire response to that, honestly.
There's no point. They come to misunderstanding. These things happen.
Just imagine getting upset over being called out. It's like, dude, she just says wrong shit. I don't have an issue with you saying wrong shit, but it's saying it with such utter confidence, and then when like people are trying to tell you, hey, you're being silly because you're saying things to say things and agreeing to agree. Like you're just trying to act like you know what's going on and saying yeah to everything.
Fuck you, Gwen. Fuck you. I'm not that tall. I'm taller than that.
But like, just admit that you're doing that. It's silly. It's silly, childish behavior. And a lot of people do it. It's not just a Mochi thing. It's a lot of fucking people thing. Don't pretend to know something, but then the second you're confronted with like someone prodding, you obviously don't know what you're talking about. It's like that one dude who pretended to have a fast car and pretended to know anything about cars, and he's just outwardly fucking incorrect about everything he said. It's like, bro, you don't drop your conviction for a second and just realize that sometimes you don't know everything.
Well, a lot of people are afraid to act like they know more. It comes from a deep insecurity of them not really knowing themselves, and so they want to act like they're better. They want to present a forefront of intelligence to make up for the fact that they're very unsure overall.
Yes, and I've talked to Mochi about serious subjects, and Mochi is very unaware of how a lot of things work, allowing mistreatment to happen to her at work because she just doesn't know how state regulation and law affects like people's workers' rights. And me trying to give her information on how she can make her work situation better, make it so she doesn't get unfairly fired and whatnot, but she just refuses to look into anything for herself. And I can't help you if you don't want to be helped. If you want to be helped, I will do everything I can to make sure your life is going better. But if you don't want that, I can't make you want to be helped. But don't say I didn't try, because all of you know I will try more than most people to help some random stranger accomplish something or be better.
Thing is you're helping them become better when most people are comfort.
I know.
No, like a pig. Calling Mochi a pig, I'm just using a pig as an example. The pig doesn't any better than the mud. The pig just enjoys the mud. Well, we think, why would you want to live in the mud? It's what they want.
Yeah, but cool mud on a warm day? Hell yeah.
Wait, you guys are reading the book?
No, the book has been over for like 10 minutes now.
No, you guys are just talking the same fucking
Am I not?
premise in the book.
Not, I guess, kinda. One of the concepts that's expressed in Taoism, yes, but like, I don't know. Smidge, your mom pays for your house. Get out of here.
Wah. I
Wah.
got it for free.
Yeah.
I was just-
No, I know you did.
Yummy food.
It came with the family.
Get a family, or have a family get a house free.
Legit, yeah. My grandma got like 6 children and they got a house for free.
Nice. Them tax benefits do pay off. Then again, I don't know how Estonian child tax benefits work.
Then again, that was like when what's it called? Communism died.
Ah,
Russia died. Then
Yes.
there were like a lot of free buildings. So there were
wait, are you guys near like Russia and Georgia
right
and
next
everything?
to-
Oh shit.
right next to Russia.
All right. Are you necessarily a Slavic nation?
No,
Okay.
The war in
Sniffs
Ukraine hasn't affected
man's
you, has
ass,
it?
which causes him to fall out the window.
When's the last time you guys fought with Russia?
World War II.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, we never fought with them. Like, I guess World War
Russian
II, we fought with
occupation.
them. Yeah, World War II, when communism ended, that's when it stopped. But we didn't fight them. We just literally just held hands.
Hand holding.
How gay.
The gayest.
It's European. Being the pain game.
True.
I like them. Like, okay. Singing Revolution.
Oh my god.
1991.
I remember being wanting to play Apex. I was like, there's Zero would be joining. Like,
What?
Zero is the best.
I'm 0.
When you are the original loser, though, so it's for you.
Damn. You did not. Shots fired. Fuck.
This is-
Absolutely roasted, Glenn. You do
play
play
Rust.
bigger loser games.
play Rust.
Oh, damn. Smiley, come on.
I'm better at these. This wasn't you, Rev. I know how to.
I was about to get it, but you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you ask Zero. Zero's learned this by now. Zero knows that I can.
I'm
beat every
scared of
punch.
her.
Everyone's
I'm not
scared of me. That's
scared
why
of
they're always
anybody.
horny.
Huh?
Smiley's the only
What?
woman. Smiley's the only woman I'm scared of.
Smiley, what did you say?
I said everyone's scared of me. That's why they're always horny.
Yeah,
Incorrect. I'm never scared of you.
but you're always horny.
See the fallacy?
I'm not scared of Smiley.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Listen, last night was fantastic.
It was alright.
Oh, the last night I'm referring that I know about.
Yes, the last night that you know about.
Wait, what?
So it was not a mistake that I was afraid it was going to be.
What gay shit are you? Wait, did you send him your tits?
He
No,
did not see
no,
my
no.
tits. Zero,
No, I
you're the
did
only person
not.
that's ever seen and received nudes of
No.
any type from me.
Did you show him your
Don't worry.
thighs?
No.
Smiley?
There's nothing of, there's nothing of that sorts going on with
I
Rev
had
and I.
I had a human being come over there.
Oh, you had sex.
Yeah, the sex, yes.
Now that's cool.
I like how you look at the camera. Good one.
Wait, was it a woman or a man?
Neither?
Wait, you had sex with an object?
Yeah, the banana cleaner.
Hey, yo!
No, they were a non-binary.
Okay, what were they biologically?
Woman.
Faggot. Yeah, that's cool.
Listen. I did not know what they were biologically until the pants were off. To be perfectly fair.
How did you find them?
Tinder?
Don't worry about it.
OnlyFans? Grinder? Bumble?
Grinder fans?
Okay, Cupid?
It's
FarmersOnly.com?
I'm not gonna give away my sources.
It was farmingonly.com.
It was farmersonly.com.
Only.
I don't know. It sounds like it was farmersonly.com. It was Christian
It was
Mingle.
Christian Mingle. I want to meet my husband on Christmas Mingle. Fuck it.
You know Christian Mingle has a gay section now?
It does?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was about to say I'm about to become Christian.
You're stupid. Becoming Christian defined the guys.
Yeah. To tell you what my brother gave me for Christmas.
What did he give you?
Yes, give you a bibble.
He gave me
Oh
a
yeah, you
Bible.
told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. The Bible's awesome.
No. It was very fucked up.
Wait, which Bible?
The Action Bible.
Elaborate. That sounds awesome.
It's the Bible, but a graphic novel.
And the Romans approached Jesus.
I have
Yeah.
that. I have that.
Wait, is that the one with the fucking they hated him because he told the truth?
Yeah.
I love the action.
I
Bible.
need that.
It was
I
really good
need
read.
that.
I'm sorry, I threw it in the trash.
The Romans
Saved-
the Romans approached Jesus, but Jesus took stance. He then blew the Romans back, destroying all of them and their fragile egos. His violence was unmatched. Only that by God himself, as the flood of fists and kicks came from Jesus and struck the Romans down.
Clearing out his.
Oh,
What was it when the people were using the church as like a marketplace?
I don't know, I'm not religious.
I
It didn't,
And
It didn't show the
Jesus
rape of
was
the baby
apparently
with it, though.
flipping tables at people.
I flipped a couple tables.
Yeah, so have I.
It also
Oh, I
has
got the
another-
rare animation for him. I never understood what prompts that because I've always hit him in the same spot. What's up, baby?
Can I just say though that it's really interesting how the Action Bible cuts out a lot of like the gory things about the Bible, but, like, you know, questions Christianity, like the Ruby the Supreme Women, where like God was like, yeah, no, I'm cool with that shit. When, like, you know, the guy,
Wait, is it
the
Old
guy-
Testament or New Testament?
I don't know.
You're supposed to ignore the Old Testament.
Yeah, the Old Testament's the one where it's like beat your wife if she looks at that guy.
Yeah. The Old Testament's the one where it's like it's okay to like.
Wait, you're not supposed to do it if she just breathes in their general direction. Shit.
No, she has to look at your neighbor first.
I don't think.
Which, to be fair, if I saw
also
Smiley
like
looking at my
how-
neighbor, I don't know. Kind of
I
gotta
also
beat her.
like- do it. It's hot. But I love how as we're talking about this, I'm listening to an entire album that talks about a guy discovering that Christianity wasn't for him.
Well, dang. I hope he gets better
So
soon.
Christianity wasn't for me. There was a priest in the church, and he said, "Bow down and pray." And I said, "Fuck no, I'm out."
Pussy. No, you didn't. You actually sat there, did it, succumbed, and then made up a story in your head where you were the winner.
I didn't.
And you made a scene, and everybody gasped, and some people clapped. And then the only thing you didn't
Mom
clap was
yelled at me.
cheeks.
He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Sit back down." And I
Yeah,
said,
to be fair, that was kind of disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. If you're gonna go to, I mean, I am very much against
Yeah,
religion.
don't be a
the
ruck.
Respectful religions I go into, because
"I'm
it's
gonna
not.
make a
It,
zine anywhere."
If my child did that, the beating stick is coming out.
yeah, no, yeah. As someone who's abused, I support it.
Oh,
You have no idea the things I'm gonna do to Smiley, Rev.
No idea.
It's
No
going to
idea.
be insane.
Yes.
me after impregnating a homeless woman so she can have something in her stomach.
Jesus
That's
fucking
terrible.
Christ. That's awful.
Thank
That's
you, TikTok.
That's horrible.
that's not okay.
Yeah, that wasn't funny at all.
Not for me.
That literally was from you. That was a Rev quote. I'm literally hitting Alt print screen Rev quote right now so I can immortalize it.
I'll print screen these nuts. Shush.
I'm not going to do that.
Good. I don't want you to.
Then why did you make the offer?
I really didn't, but
Lie all you want, yellow man. You can't trick me with your lies.
the white people.
Where the white women at?
White
White man
people.
is right here. Hello. Hi.
Alright, women, not you men. Fuck men.
Yeah, well, it is what I do to them, so you know.
You fuck men?
When
That's what
are
you do.
when are you gonna fuck a guy, Rev?
Yeah,
I
well, how
have.
close are
Wait,
you?
what?
When are you gonna when are you gonna fuck another guy?
I
Your ratio is kind of off right now.
It is.
I mean, not really.
Yeah?
It's like a good like 60-40 right
Yeah, we gotta pump up those numbers, bud.
now. Are you offering?
I don't know, dude. Like if your cock's too thick, probably not. I haven't had sex in almost like 8 months now.
Hold up. I don't like that. That's the.
That really is the defining factor. If you want me to ride you, I'll do it. Like you're a homie. But like it's not gonna be like it's not like a love thing. It's literally just to help a homie out. But like if I physically can't take it, then that's the kind of the holdback. Sex with friends can be a casual thing. I usually don't do it because it usually ruins relationships. But like when me and Smiley go at it, it's not gonna be because we're friends. It's gonna be out of pure fucking love and passion.
Yeah.
There is.
It's gonna be like the most passionate of sex.
Yeah. There's gonna be so much sex. I'm gonna go right into her verguba. Am I doing this right?
You're doing great, sweetie.
It's written on my hand in pen.
Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Fuck men, man.
I actually skipped out on leveling vigor, unfortunately, and this is it's gonna bite me in the ass. I don't know why he rolled there. Really, really fucking bad RNG.
Feel quite bad about reading for so long. I didn't realize how long I read for.
I liked it. That was great.
No, I feel like I was taking a lot of the attention.
Not really. Nobody else was saying anything, so there was no attention to take.
Yeah, I was kind of just balling.
Yeah, I liked it. I will never say no to learning something new. That is the reason.
Baby, let's go.
That is the reason I know a lot, is because all I do is just learn shit, abstract shit that nobody cares about. The more niches I can learn, the better of a person I can become.
Gatekeep.
Girl boss.
Gaslight.
I'm getting you. Don't worry. I'm getting you.
Chocolate.
I'm getting you. I got you.
Getting...
There's people on your banner. I don't know if I'm gonna get this, but I will try for you, my friend.
Oh wait, are you not? Bruh, I was waiting.
I got you.
Bruh.
I can't get it. There's a lot of people on you. I'm so sorry.
Am I gonna get a sub 40 Abyss Watchers? What
See if I can get
happened?
Earth Friend.
Yo, this dude had a sick built EM1.
Where did he go?
Oh my god, that is a sub 40 Abyss Watchers. Holy shit. That's like the thing I said last time I played this that I just wouldn't get. Alright, cool.
Go for the res and hope for the best.
Alright. I can go for the Riz and hope for the best.
GG's. This guy was just like, wow, you're one of the people that are actually nice, but when I asked to get my banner, and I was like, yeah, sure, and I probably was like, yeah, that's why I like playing with the girls more, and I was like,
Oh man, what a
What?
guy.
what a
Fuck.
chat. Of the great beyond, I was surely smitten.
Hey.
Chosen few, me on the front line. I got this little mom.
Oh, I need to finish my Google Drive for my vacation stuff.
You do? You haven't done that yet?
Yeah, my mom just texted me. I have a very, very nice pair of sweatpants from Prime Driven that are super fucking limited. They have a hole developing in their pocket, and Nana, my, I guess, step-grandmother, is sewing them for me, which is very nice of her.
Hell yeah.
I can sew shit if you ever need me to, Zero.
Yes.
We have another
Sew
sewer
my
friend.
bussy closed. Don't do
I can
that.
do that.
Don't do that.
I genuinely, Gwen, here's the thing. I don't know why people enjoy me talking so much, because I do go in these very endless rants. I don't want to mount to anything. Although I guess a lot of it comes from the fact that we just like have the noise being fulfilled, so therefore we're not reminded of our own loneliness. So maybe that makes sense.
Hey Gwen, why don't you stop being a fucking dork?
I think we said the F slur. I mean, you know,
I need
good
the
old
voice.
Fencer.
I need the noise so the voices don't get loud.
Oh, you have denied it.
Sweating to
This.
death.
I want to do early dancer. Wait, Rev, do you play Dark Souls 3, right? I genuinely don't remember. Rev,
What?
have you played Dark Souls 3? I don't remember.
Maybe a bit.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay.
I don't really.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's enough talking, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god, that was so mean. Holy fuck. Imagine doing that unironically.
I like how whenever Zero's mean, he like flicks his heel.
I can't do it. It's really hard to, like, being that genuinely just fucked mean is impossible.
What is their character's head, Zero?
It's, yeah.
A hat?
It's a hat. It's a pointy hat.
I really want this album on vinyl so fucking bad. I gotta see if I can get it.
What album?
It's, let's see. It's James and the Shame.
That's not a gun.
Human Overboard.
Never heard of
It's
it.
like, I don't like Rhett from Rhett and Link, but his music's genuinely thought-provoking in the sense that's like it's basically just his source of speaking on how he left his religion in a way that's not like fuck God. It's just a genuine sense of like.
I left a religion. You don't see me like making a hoopla about it.
Yeah, but like the way he's doing it, I enjoy.
Oh, he's doing it better than me? Okay. Okay. That's it. This isn't gamer anymore.
There's like, I'm gonna leave Smiley to fucking die again.
No, I would never do that.
Not Zero, Rev. Shit,
Oh.
my bad. Bad with names.
So am I.
Never leave you to die.
Sorry, that's Seth. My bad. I just get men confused. You're all the same.
That is true. If all men are Sims for you, all men truly are the same.
I'm just saying.
I don't think all men are Sims for me. I genuinely don't. It's like a little gag in my head at this point.
No, it's pretty true.
I'm not like I get why some men simp over some women, but I'm not the women to simp over.
Nah, you are. You're worth it.
Oh yeah. I like try to argue against these things, but then I
Yeah.
realize that it's not important.
Let me give you
Smiley,
the
I don't
most
leave you
truth.
to die. You leave me to die. You guys are just not with me all the time.
I don't like this microphone, Seth.
I can't hear
It is
understand
pretty bad.
shit.
Smiley.
Yes?
It's the people that think that they're worth simping for that aren't worth simping for.
That's true. Smiley,
Doesn't
I'm
make
literally
any
in love with you.
sense.
What was you talking
No,
about?
because those are the people with egos.
I don't okay. I'm this understanding of who to like and who not to like and the way people go about it sometimes deeply confuses me. Because those who like me have no
I hate
command
everyone in
since
general.
they're doing it. Because
No,
it
you
makes
don't.
No full sense
Oh
to
no,
do
I
such
definitely
things.
do.
No, you don't.
I mean, well, not in general.
Yeah, get over yourself. Yeah, you don't hate everyone in general. You hate everyone in game discussion.
That's true.
That was good.
That's
Where the
true.
fuck did you come from, you robo bitch?
Didn't even give me a response. Damn, fuck you, Rev.
In a game.
What I'm saying.
Oh no, I'm in a game too. I still have times to make witty clips about your life.
I was trying to-
No, it's cool, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. I can't stop you, obviously.
Aw,
Leaving you.
oh, bye.
Smiley, Smiley. Oh, there's purple armor in the flash. Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ, Seth, mute your fucking microphone.
Mute your goddamn microphone.
Holy shit, are you in the fucking wine glass breaking factory?
Who fucking muted him? Jesus
I
Christ.
can,
Yeah, my bad, I forgot.
I can do. If anyone's mic ever gets too bad, I can do a mute for 5 minutes. I am the admin.
I'm
don't
just
mind.
gonna
doing
boot them from the VC.
that. Oh yeah, you're also. You and Zero are also mods. Y'all can stop this at any time.
I'm in a
And
game.
so is Midge. There are 3 different mods in here that can solve mic issues.
Well, I mean, I'm fine now. I'm not doing anything.
I'm
It
just saying
was.
in general.
I wanted to say something, and then I guess I just forgot to remute.
He forgot to
Yeah.
say.
He forgore.
You for
Far.
for.
Yeah, like. Oh, actually, I can go to
Zero,
lunch right
how
now.
straight can you act?
Unironically?
Yeah.
Can't.
Oof.
Well, to be fair, she did say act. You don't have to be.
I know, but like, that's
That is acting.
difficult.
Unironically acting.
You're stupid.
You're just a bad actor.
Probably. Man, I don't know. Like, all my rizzes obviously come off with sarcasm because I just can't deliver them as if they're serious. Because then, like, unironic rizzes are creepy. You're literally just a nuisance to be around.
Me, he's making unironic resistance every time I talk to Zero.
Yeah, okay, listen, it's different. Because if I'm genuinely like, hey, I really need to see your tits right now. I miss what they look like. Like,
Exactly, and I'm genuinely like, hey, baby, I need you to come over like right now. It's been so long, you know?
I don't
Yeah.
want to jump in. Stop it.
man, why am I hard? I'm just kidding.
What is this thing in my pants, and why does it move?
Don't talk about the thing that sits there.
We don't discuss dick ethics.
Wait, who knew? I don't know how, but they found me. Who knew them?
Me.
That's right. You have no. I just remembered that. Thank you, Rev, for knowing that band.
I want to do early dancer, but I feel like I need the Lloyd sword ring for that. So at that point, it's not even like early dancer. It's just like a little bit well time or a little bit earlier.
Zero said I didn't have good taste in music, and then Zero also literally.
Shut up! Shut up! I never meant that. I never meant that ironic. I never meant. Holy fuck! I never meant that unironically. I said your taste in music is good because you mirror some of mine.
I just listened to beeps and boops. Stop shooting me, you twink.
Oh, you almost said it. Every time it just goes. You're so on like the edge of saying faggot at all times. It's insane.
You want me to say it?
I don't care.
Everyone get ready to record. Get about.
Hey, so when I was in the Apex Real Discord VC, this guy said
not
F
gonna-
slur.
For anymore.
Wait,
I
what?
think it's gonna be great. Huh?
I got that. No. Baited. Like,
Honestly,
I got such a visceral response
one
from Zero.
day,
You're just
I
like,
like,
"What?"
every now and then I think about just like typing in a slur in general chat to get banned, just so they think it's a riot for being Smiley being banned.
If you're gonna get banned, do something fun. Say that everyone who defends like DJ is a pedophile as well, or pedophile sympathizer.
I mean,
Ooh, that's a good
not-
one. That's
It's
a good
not
one.
technically incorrect.
What?
It is funny because
Was-
what's her
was
face?
DJ not a
Sarah said I was
pedophile?
a pedophile enabler.
Wait, was DJ not a pedophile? Did no info come out?
I don't know.
Last I heard, he solicited nudes from a 16-year-old, and Emerlyn was aware of it, and that's why she had to investigate.
That's what I heard as well, but I don't know anything like for sure. That's what I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't know if they did.
I'm just going off of hearsay of multiple people who all assume the same thing. Ugh.
Oh, that girl just vomited on her.
Why are you watching vomit porn? Stop
Why
it.
the
No,
fuck?
I'm on Reddit and I'm
Yeah, why are you on the vomit porn Reddit?
Wait, is it a?
No! Rev, no! What do you have? A knife! No!
I have a will to live.
You do. That's good.
You do.
I don't have a will to live.
Called finding one.
I literally can't.
Fuck
find
more
it.
than most season, you'll find it.
I would love to. That was a great time.
Will you speak to the person again, or no?
Probably.
Good. Don't
But,
be a guy that nuts and taps out.
No, I wouldn't.
I can round two. I'm not a pussy.
I know,
Yeah.
Zero. I know
I'm
you can
six.
round, dude.
You got me.
Yours is not the one in question.
There was more than one round already.
Ew.
Pop off, King.
Gay. This dude fucks chicks. Or fucks thems? I don't...
Fucks people. Fucks peoples.
I don't know how that shit works, dude. I don't know how all these genders work.
Alright, listen here, gay man. I can't say it. I really want to just be funny and just like drop it, but I just can't.
One day he is gonna drop it, and then I'm just not gonna react because I'm gonna be so tired.
Well,
of
he
waiting
did.
for him
He
to
did say it already yesterday.
Yeah, I said it in front of Seth.
It was kind of lukewarm, though.
Wait, did I say it yesterday?
Yeah, you did.
Oh. What? That ruins that. Okay. Well, fucking. Oh, who the fuck pinged me? Who was it? Was it probably Glenn, right? Yeah.
I want to do early dancer.
Save them pussies, cause they.
Okay, I'm gonna get fucking. What's it called? I'm gonna get Man,
The
I can't
answer you're
talk.
looking for, Seth, is yes.
Lloyd's sword ring, and then I'll do it. Well, no, at that point I'm already gonna be doing deacons. Ugh.
Smiley.
Yes, I know I need it, but I don't want to get it. It's a
Like
lot of work.
literally, at that point I'm already on deacons.
That's my challenge. Jump on my thingy.
That good?
Yeah.
Because when I do that routing, I guess I get Rosaria's bedchamber, and then I could do it.
They're enemies.
I'm not. I don't want to fight them. I want to go to the ring. I hate not fighting in the ring. It's such a pain.
They're Smiley. Oh shit.
What?
They're rezzing.
They're rizzing.
Fine.
Don't act like a a little insubordinate teenager. Get over it. God.
Not an insubordinate woohoo.
Yeah, as someone who just like spoke like a teenager for like the next minute.
First off, I'm not an insubordinate teenager. I'm just stupid. Okay? I feel like I can't just say rude things. It doesn't work.
I do it all the time. Hey Zero, you're a pussy.
No,
Yeah.
I can't do it though because if I just go like monotone voice and just say it, it just
Zero, I
sounds
genuinely
real.
cannot fucking stand you. How do you do half the things you fucking do? I don't understand any of the rhyme or reason you go about things. Sometimes I think you're entirely incorrect with the statements you make, but I deal with it because I know how intolerable you feel about yourself. It's really easy to do it really monotone. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking. Zero, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm really hoping you're just concentrating and not actually upset.
I'm concentrating. Sorry, I was trying very hard to one cycle that.
It's very easy to do.
Very one cycle you, yeah. It is.
My
Yeah.
brain is just. I'm very good at just like numbing things and acting like just teleporting myself mentally back into the hellscape I used to be in, and then it comes out really easily.
I want to be a mean person, but I can't.
It's not a
Not a.
I've never written a mean copy pasta in my life. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero being unironically mean is when we see the like math of the IQ of cabbages.
Yeah. That's when I do math
get
to
him?
prove how stupid you are.
I mean, yeah, that's quite mean to be honest. Like,
No, I
if
did
you
the
wouldn't have
teleport
proven
thing.
how stupid I was, then like, I couldn't be stupid. But you're basically calling me stupid
Wait, but that's not.
or stating a fact.
Yeah. Those are definitely words you're saying.
That's true. Anyways,
You make my brain feel like it's rotting half the time.
But isn't it already?
shut up.
Lay down.
No, you shut up.
I would do anything for you, Smiley. I'll lay down for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything you ask.
I
man.
genuinely do hope that one day, Zero, you get good rest, because I feel like you overexert yourself sometimes for no reward.
I've gotten sleep this month. When I was on vacation, I was sleeping for like 10 hours because my body just wasn't handling it.
Poggers.
The opposite, Rev. It was really bad. My body is tearing itself apart, but for once I actually have the free time, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have anything to do until January 4th. Literally, I have nothing to do. And half the time I can't even do anything because me being able to go outside is a 50-50 because the fucking weather is keeping me from like leaving my house.
Sierra,
Do you want a hug?
I have like a
I'm fine.
period and I would come over.
Okay, come over.
I can't.
Fix your car.
It has to go through insurance.
Bro, oh my god, buy a catalytic converter and have them refund it in advance, like, or prorate it. Like, bro, a new cat is like $180 from AutoZone.
Yeah, but I need the whole new exhaust.
No, you don't. You need a catalytic converter.
You're fucking stupid.
Did they damage the up pipe?
They
The up
damaged
pipe,
all
the
of it.
mid pipe. The up pipe is not a
Zero,
turbo.
zero.
The mid pipe.
They cut it on both mounts, like past both mounts for the catalytic converter. So the entire exhaust needs to get replaced.
That's just the mid pipe. They don't touch the muffler. The catalytic converter attaches to the headers, you dip. The muffler isn't damaged when they're removing cats. I know how cat removal is done. I know bad
The
people.
muffler gets to get kept, but everything else needs to go.
That's what I thought. You were almost wrong. You almost did the thing, and I almost fucking killed you.
Zero, can you shut
Nope. Nope. Can't shut the fuck up.
I like how you can hear Zero smiling whenever he says no.
Smiley.
What?
I'm fucking invincible. No one can stop me.
I know.
I hate that everyone can hear me smile. It sucks. It makes things really
It's
difficult.
adorable.
No, Gwen.
Oh my god.
Gwen, I literally didn't say the word. No one heard anything.
I have so much genuine joy in my life. Wait, you called me a faggot? Dick. I deserved it.
They're running. No, they're not. I lied.
Bruh.
Oh no.
Fuck it. They're running, you say, as they're not fucking running. Get my shit rocked for no fucking reason because of you.
Bye.
Dumbass. No,
One down.
res me right there. I want to be res right
I
now.
can't in here. Bruh, of course.
So just down for the res. I would have done it.
I couldn't.
I would have done it. You know I would have done it too. I'm the best reser in the game.
Zero. I think you forget we can also see you, Smile. Yeah.
No, you can't.
Zero.
It's the
Zero.
example.
That's me.
Zero. Well, Gwen, you can always have a hug from me. You don't have to ask. You can just have them. Whenever I if I ever meet you, you can have as many hugs as you want, or as little hugs as you want, in case you don't like that much physical touch. I respect all that.
How can she know she likes physical touch when she doesn't get it?
Damn.
See, that's me being genuinely mean.
Damn. Damn. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. Someone said, "How do you even know if you like Fortnite kisses? Because your mom never never kissed yours," and that made me sad.
Zero, can you like finish playing Dark Souls?
Sorry, I'm having a really good run right now.
Let him have fun, man.
This is the only time I get to enjoy like a video game. You just don't get it. Like this, I can't say it's my favorite game because it's not. Pokemon Emerald is, but I never don't enjoy playing Dark Souls 3. This game is literally a fucking masterpiece.
I feel that.
And no Warden Twin Blades. I'm upset in other people's direction. Look at these men. Look how much this guy's like in his life.
What game do I ever feel? There's definitely games that I play like that. I feel like it really is with Need for Speed games. Whether I'm like doing horrible in them or winning, I love.
I don't know, man. Most Wanted post game is pretty fucking boring. Everything after the campaign gets kind of washed.
Here, when I get a tattoo, when I get my first tattoo, do you want to see it? When I
Yeah.
Get it?
Where are you getting it?
Guys.
Nice.
No, genuinely, it's the Deanne. Have you seen Seven Deadly Sins?
I don't even know the words you just said.
Smiley, smiley,
Yeah.
smiley. No.
I want the Seven Deadly Sins Deanne tattoo.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool.
What do you mean, no?
Seven Deadly Sins. We're talking the anime, right?
Yeah, with Deanne.
Yeah, that's.
That'd be cool.
Why are you shitting on my tattoo?
I'm not doing the show.
The story.
Are you
is
talking?
great,
Are you talking
animation
about?
shit.
Are you talking about like? Is there an anime called The Seven Deadly Sins?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm getting the Snakes and of Envy tattoo.
Ah.
Because I get very envious.
Excuse me.
sometimes,
Excuse me, sir.
And after realizing that,
Sir, I'm
been
right
able to
here.
be better.
Sir, what are you doing?
Savior came. No, I missed it.
Smiley, I'm literally not even. Oh my god, you put us in the worst spot ever. Holy shit, there's so many people here.
I like cracked 3 people, Rev. What are you doing? What are you doing?
They're back. Calm down. You didn't crack them, and they got blue armor and a.
Yeah, because there's like a lot of people here, and also there's also blue orb in here. Well, look, they just died. Now there's people inside of there, and you're resing. Okay.
They're gonna let me get it off. They let me get it off.
In Jesus' name, seems to me to be your goddamn chain. You sure say love listening to depressing religious music about how religion has killed lots of people in life.
Yeah, so have I. You don't see people making songs about me.
Zero, do you write a song? If I ever become a songwriter, I'll write a song about you.
Alright.
It wouldn't be hard. I have lots of thoughts about you that I just don't.
I once knew a queer and we had a lot of words for him. Here's the list.
Make it rhyme. You know, I used to know a queer. He was quite queer, but on the contrary, he had great hair.
I do have great hair.
Rhymes. You do have fantastic hair.
When it's actually done, when it's not like haphazardly pushed aside like this.
Well, it's because you have a beanie. So what's the point?
True. You've seen me with my hair done. It's
have.
seldom though. Seldom.
You have
I have hair. Am I light rolling? I'm not. I'm just gonna take this off now.
suck.
Did you say Seth?
I said this game sucks.
Oh. I was gonna say, if you just called me Seth, that's insulting.
That is insulting.
Thank you.
Dude,
Call me a man's name? Fucking blasphemy.
fuck off. Oh my god, bro, this game is dog shit.
Don't worry, you're being saved. Nope. Shit. I should honestly res you, but I don't want to.
Seth, I'm gonna ignore what you typed.
Okay, they just fight me instead of everyone else. Cool.
I need to heat 14 more people with my gravity lift. Can I heat you, please? Okay. Damn. Will I get asked by one more person if I go to the gym?
I really want my nails.
Do you go to the
done,
gym?
okay?
We'll get our nails done together.
Not
Really?
asking that-
Yeah.
Okay.
Not asking
I'll
that
save up
in
money and
advance,
shit.
Dylan.
I got this.
Alright, time for early dancer. For early die, and sir, because I'm going to die. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I have a higher chance of dying, which means the run will be over, which means I can play with Smiley.
Bloodhound Trials? This is still on the map?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? It's a
Great.
fun place.
I feel like you're just a negative Nancy at times.
Yeah, honestly, holy
Like,
shit,
in
dude.
life.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll just mute myself.
You need to learn to be happy and content with the things you've received.
For real, dude. You baby rage at a lot of things.
But I understand it's hard at times, especially when you
No,
get
it's
burned
not.
out.
It's easy.
Easy for some, hard for most.
Nah, easy for me. Bad for everyone else. Take an L, everyone else.
Go. There you go. Thanks. only took this from heels.
I'm gonna go with them, 'cause I don't want to.
Wow, that killed me. Holy shit, she is so difficult. Wow, fuck. Man, early dancer's a
It
bitch.
ends with smiley time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man. Fuck.